Hey guys! Today's project is this old table. I had my uncle make this for me, oh gosh, probably about 6 years ago. It was a dining room table. It is solid wood. It is very heavy, but it was specially made for the dining room I had at the time, which was long and skinny. So what I did was there were end pieces on this and also these like 2x2 side pieces that I just took off, and I've decided to use this as an island for the kitchen. So right here what I'm doing is adding just a skirt basically to cover up those rough edges that you can see there where the other pieces were that I took off. This is a tongue and groove wood. It was used as like a wall treatment before. It is repurposed wood. So what I'm doing is I'm applying it so that the tongue is sticking up, and I didn't show it then, but I do show it later where I took like a screwdriver and a hammer and I just knocked those tongues off. So here I'm just sanding everything smooth, just to be flush with the top of the table. And then I will end up going over the whole thing with the sander. I'm not sanding this like completely smooth because I don't want it completely smooth. I want it so that obviously I'm not getting splinters, but I do like the gouges that are in it. There was a couple areas actually right where I'm at right there, you can see where like a knot came out, and I just left it that way. So you can see what I just did with the hammer and the screwdriver. I'm just knocking down those tongues that are on the top of those pieces of wood. Alright, here I am actually replacing one of the pieces. I didn't realize it when I was putting it on there before, the old piece, that it actually had a whole like section on the top that was missing. So I went ahead and took that off and just grabbed another piece, cut it to size, and put that on there. So I'm using the same stain I used on the wall for the cast iron. It's the Kona stain. It is, again, a very dark stain, and I normally go with like a dark walnut, but this is what I had on hand, so I'm using it. So this is a gel stain that I'm using. I like to use gel stain over a regular stain. I don't always use it, but I just prefer it. So I'm going in with a stencil brush, getting into all of the grooves because this table was made with all individual boards. So there's a lot of grooves in it. Here you can just see how dark this color is compared to the original color that the legs still are. I do go in and stain the legs as well, but just to show you the contrast of the colors. So here you can see these legs were in pretty rough shape because this had been outside for about a year. I'm sorry if you guys can hear the traffic in the background. It's busy morning here. So the color makes it look basically new. Alright, here is a semi-finished picture, well, video. It is the stain before I went ahead and sanded it, which I'm doing right here. You're going to see the difference in the color. Can you see that? Where I'm sanding, it lightens it up quite a bit, which I like, and also gives it a distressed look, which is what I was going for. It matches the wall that I made for my cast iron. If you saw that video, I'm doing the exact same process here. Just staining it and then distressing it, taking some of that color off, and obviously doing the legs. So here I'm also taking the antique wax, again the same thing I did with the wall with the cast iron, and just kind of going over it, and it just makes those areas that are distressed a little bit more brown, like you can see it here, instead of being so like bright like the natural wood color. Okay, so this is the finished product. It's back in the kitchen. It is pretty amazing. I love this thing. It gives me even more counter space. It's at the right height for me for you know, doing things when cooking, and I love how distressed it is. It's not overly distressed, but I think it just looks great. And don't come at me about the floors. all of that's on order, just waiting for everything to come in. This is a video of the kitchen as it is right now, so follow for more.